What's up, everybody? Working on another trade. We have market open here. We have a nice little B-shaped. Well, I say B-shaped. Over 24 hours, based on yesterday's progression in this strategy. We have our point of control here. This is over the past 24 hours. So, boom. From here, we had price dip below. It failed. We could have easily taken the trade up here, but I wanted to wait for this here. We wanted to wait for, as well, a low volume node for it to hit and then reject. Now we're looking at the opposing range being our target. So on a retest for this, we should see it continue up and hit this point of control. I believe that should be our target. Based on previous points of control, we had to move down here. Price was supposed to target this in here, I believe. But continued further down here into this low volume node. So, I don't know what price wants to do. Based on this profile, though, we have two clear high volume nodes that are having attention. And this should be our range to really take a trade in. So I'm quite curious to know what's going on. This is our primary point of control. If we zoomed into session-based stuff, our point of control is way up here. It's moved away, hit, and then continued. Yeah, I think our direction should continue up higher. Why did I enter on this trade specifically? Why did I do that? The 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, reason I took this trade the way I did is because I knew that we had already gotten to our low volume node. Based on this huge move down, we were in balance. The reason this is the case, us moving down, is based on this point of control up here. This is the primary big bad. Okay, this is our point of control. And even if it's not, this one definitely is. So what am I thinking is going to happen? What I think is happening right now. I think price came down to hit a low volume node or to seek out previous points of control. It did just that. It hit that. Cool. From here, price came up and then came back down. Retested the range of this volume node here. This huge range right here. I'll go ahead and just encompass that quick. Price came down, tested it, and couldn't make up its mind because we had relative equal volume all throughout this. So from this relative equal volume, price having already tested this and rejecting it, price could easily continue up. Why? Because there are a lot of low volume outside of compared to this. And as a result of this general range being rejected, we could see price leap up past this the way it leaped down and hit this range easily right here. Why this range and not this range? Because this is the next available high volume node outside of this range here. Based on volume profile, it has 2 points of support and resistance. Here's our support level, here's our resistance level. Resistance is clearly stronger, otherwise it would have just continued higher beyond this point. So if it's not going to continue beyond this point, it might not even retest this range. Instead, what might happen is that it could hit this range, but it won't continue beyond. So the likelihood of it hitting this over this is higher, and the likelihood of it coming down here is just as high. That's why we're not going lower than the highest point in this low volume node range here. I think it is a good trade. I think it is. We could very easily get stopped out of this trade, I will say. We're in a downtrend. Nothing outside of its current move suggests that we should go high except for volume profile. And based on the point of control and where price action is on that, it could easily continue high and it could easily continue low based on the range we have before us today. Let's see if there is news, because I have not checked that. Holy crap, that's a lot of news. 6 folders for the US dollar. 8:30 saw PPI. 2 p.m. is going to have federal funds as well as FOMC. 2:30 p.m. later is also going to have FOMC. Dude, this was a really, really big day on news. Golly, that is massive. If I were working with the TJR strategy, I would not be trading today. And it is still a colossal risk to take a trade today. That is an insane amount of news. Crazy amount. I was not expecting to see that today. I knew there would be a press conference, but I didn't know if there was going to be that much. I assumed like 1 to 3 folders, maybe, but not 6. Let me see. 8:30. 8:30 was in agreement. No, 8:30 was within trend. We saw price continue lower based on 8:30, and its reaction was to go a little higher. Trend being so strong, it just continued on down. Hit the point of control here. We saw it leap up beyond this range. From that leap, we see it move down to retest. And we could easily take another entry here if we wanted to, but I'm very inclined to say that if we do see this entry hit, it's more than likely going to dip past the point of control, stopping this trade out, and we could continue up higher. And I don't want to over trade today. I really am focused on looking at this for what it is without news, and having this range be tested and failed is a very good thing. But I don't know if it's going to continue in the way I've got. Because again, it's just volume profile that we're working off of right now, and the fact that the point of control is way up high, and the one other point of control that's really, the dominant one for the past 24 hours is still like halfway between our final take profit and where we entered. We could easily see the huge amount of low volume within this range here. The price just crashed right through it without retest. And we could easily see price revisit just this and not continue lower. But there is no telling. There's no truly telling if price is going to revisit this level right here. because there's a likelihood that it might not touch that point of control. And instead, what it might do is this. It might hit like this range right here and then plummet immediately after. Or not and continue to fall. Huge amount of problem here. It doesn't want to go higher than this. Unless we see a breakout in the fair value gap and it's saying, oh yeah, we're going to continue much higher. Because it's already tested low and it's not rejected it, but I guess accepted within a range. We could honestly see it accept within this range here. I didn't think about that. But the likelihood of us losing that at that point would be pretty high. So, I'll pause this video because I honestly think we're gonna see a big swing, a big move. No, I think we're gonna see a quick move. We're either gonna get stopped out almost immediately after pausing, or we'll see it continue higher based on what I've already said. I'm pretty sure we might get stopped out today. Pretty sure. In either case, I think it's a good trade. The only thing stopping me from saying it's the I could have taken like this is the best trade I could have taken is the fact that we had a huge dip down and a break of structure off a trend per this move here with an open fair value gap up here. It's the only thing. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this. Good. You could see debt. You see final take profit, final stop loss, and price action within. I'm gonna pause the video. I'll be right back. So I had a feeling this was going to happen. I had a feeling. It was a little more than feeling. I kind of figured it would happen. Based on the trend and the way it was moving on the higher time frames, they hold higher power, and the general direction of market, even after the leaving of this range here, it makes sense for price to continue on downward. Today was not a total loss because it was based on the volume profile that I was working with, and I'm kind of inclined to look at not another strategy, but another mode of determining market direction, price direction, based on its location in comparison to the volume. I'm completely aware that we were in, for 2 days, the main point of control range, and that based on this being the point of control, we should have been looking for it to venture away, retest, and then leave. Realistically, I think that's kind of what we got here, the move away. And we could easily see it come back, retest. We could honestly have this was the golden opportunity, the one spot to enter on. Even in the retrace of it, we should have entered into a short. This makes the most sense. But I was inclined to think it would continue higher. And that was on me. learned a little bit. I understand a little bit more. Think I'm good. Think I'm good with the rest of today. I got a little to do on editing videos. I think it is going to continue lower. That's okay, though. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, drop a like, leave a follow, subscribe, comment what your favorite part of the video was. Be sure to check out my other channels. All those links can be found down below in the description. I'll be streaming today from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Today's Wednesday. Wow, today is Wednesday. That's kind of nuts. I was fully expecting today to be Thursday. There you go again, messing up the day. That's fine, though. I got a little bit to do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay? Peace.